Welcome back. Continuing with our review chapter, we're going to review function notation and how to evaluate functions. Just a little bit of review at the top of function notation. So this right here, that f parentheses with x, says that this is a function f with x as its input. We say the words f of x, and it doesn't have to be f. This letter can be G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. None of that part matters on the outside. It's just kind of giving it a name, like hi, I'm Fred, or I'm Francis, or whatever. It is not f times x. Okay, it is f of x, not f times x. That's not an operation over there. So let's start with evaluating. How do I evaluate? Well, remember it says to use the equation from above, and that was f of x is equal to 4x minus 9. Well, it's asking us right here to change this x to negative 1/2. That means we're plugging negative 1/2 in for the x there as well. So we would have 4 times negative 1/2 minus 9. 4 times negative 1/2 is negative 4/2. Negative 4/2 is the same as negative 2 minus 9. Negative 2 minus 9 is negative 11. And so we would write our final answer as f of negative 1/2 is equal to negative 11. My input is negative 1/2 and my output is negative 11. Let's try this next one. We're still using that same equation, f of x is equal to 4x minus 9. And this time they're asking us to take x's and change it with the 5 here. And so I'm plugging in 5. 4 times 5 is 20. And 20 minus 9 is 11. F of 5 is equal to 11. This last one, again, we still are using f of x is equal to 4x minus 9. It's now asking us to take that negative 4 and plug it in for the x's. 4 times negative 4 minus 9. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. Negative 16 minus 9 is negative 25. That's our final answer. So f of negative 4 is equal to negative 25, or our input of negative 4 has an output of negative 25. Well, what happens if they give us a table? I actually like these because it makes it super fast and easy. Remember, all of these started as h of x. So whatever you see in the parentheses is saying, hey, look at the x column and find that number. So this first one is saying find where x is negative 2. Well, x is negative 2 right here. The answer to that in the second column is negative 3. Find where x is 0. Well, x is 0 here. The answer to it is 12. Find where x is 4. Well, x is positive 4 right here. The answer to it is 1. You're like, what? It can't be that easy. Really is, though. It really is that easy. Easy peasy. Then they're saying, oh, guess what? We're giving you a graph here. Now that we've given you a graph, and please note that this one is a filled in one. It's filled in circle, so it's included. They're saying, okay, on your graph, remember this is your x-axis. and this is your y-axis. Find the value in the parentheses on the x-axis and give whatever y value goes with it. So this says find where x is 0. Well, x is 0 right here. It matches to our graph right here at the 1, and so the y value is 1. Find on the x-axis where x is 1, that's right here. Match it to the graph, that's right here. What y value is that? Well, it's -2. Find your 2. Here's 2. Find where it matches on the graph. It matches right here on the graph. What y value is it? Well, it's right there at -3. Find where x is 3. Well, x is 3 right here. Match it on the graph. It hits the graph right here. What y value is that? Oh, -2 again. And then last but not least, find where x is 4 right here. Match it to the graph right here. What y value is that? Well, it's right there at +1. All three of these sets of examples all gave you the x value and wanted you to find the y value or the answer, depending on if you were given a graph, a table, or an equation. Now we're going to go backwards. Now they're giving us y. Okay, so they give us y or the answer. So solve for x. What I mean by that is we have this new equation here they want us to use. It's f of x is equal to 5x plus 3. Well, this is saying f of x is 13. Okay, f of x is 13. So if I change it with 13, now I can solve for x. The opposite of adding 3 is subtracting 3. 13 minus 3 is 10. Keep the 5x. 3 minus 3 is 0. The opposite of multiplying x by 5 is dividing x by 5. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And so x is 2. Here they're saying f of x is -17. So in our equation, f of x is -17. We're changing that value, and now we can solve for x. The opposite of adding 3 is subtracting 3. -17 minus 3 more is -20. Keep the 5x, and 3 minus 3 is 0. The opposite of multiplying x by 5 is dividing x by 5. -20 divided by 5 is -4. So x is -4. Using again the same equation here, they're saying f of x is 3. Changing f of x with 3, solve for x. The opposite of +3 is subtracting 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. Keep the 5x. 3 minus 3 is 0. The opposite of multiplying by 5 is dividing by 5, and 0 divided by 5 is 0. So x is 0. We're going backwards even here. They're giving us this g of x. They want us to find the x value it matches with. So we're just going the opposite direction of what we did in the other ones. What is x? Well, if g of x is 9, where is 9 down in this bottom row? 9 is here. It matches with 7, so x is 7. G of x is negative 3. So in the bottom row, we have negative 3 here. What does it match with? It matches with 0. So x is 0. G of x is 0. Find 0 on the bottom row. It's our very first one. What does it match with? Negative 5. So x is negative 5. I think the graph one might be, for me, what is the most confusing. Remember, they are giving the y, so find x. They are giving the y, so find x. This is saying y is negative 4. So x is what? Well, on the y-axis, y is negative 4 right here. Here's where it matches with our graph. What's that x value? Oh, that x value is negative 1. Y is 5. So if y is 5, here's y is 5. Here's where it matches our graph. And the x value that goes with it is 2. This says y is negative 3. Y is negative 3 right here. That's also where it touches the graph. And what x value is this? Well, it's right there at the origin, so x is equal to 0. And this last one says y is equal to negative 2. So what is x? Let me erase so we can see this a little bit better. So here is y is negative 2. Here is where it matches on our graph. And the x value that goes with it is positive 1. That's the end of our notes for today. Thanks so much again for joining me. Have a great night.